this is a a copy of the literature review template or the guideline. I already forwarded it to the group. So if you haven't received yours or you have issues or you have not yet been added to the group, you can kindly drop your WhatsApp phone number on the chat. Yeah, okay. This was one of the paper we all agreed to review yesterday. The topic is active. The title is active security by implementing intrusion detection and facial recognition, which is our topic. And our paper source URL is this, which is from Springer website, where we'll just copy and and we paste it here. Password URL. So date accessed. So Ramatalai, can you tell us which date do you think we are going to write for date access for the paper?
I think it's the date when the date the paper was published.
Okay.
It,
Any contrary opinion? Bello Ridwan, Ibrahim, Muhammad, Awa, and Sirajin additional. Do you have any contrary opinion to what she said?
no, sorry, it is the date it's today's date because it's the day we have sent the PDF. I mean the document.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so the date we are writing is the date that the document was accessed. So today's date is 14. So I will go over to date accessed, which is the 14th of the next one, which is how to list the paper using APA or IEEE format in the reference section. Okay, for those of us that are not conversant with sourcing for paper before, I'll quickly guide us on how to um, reference a paper using Google Scholar. So all you need to do is copy the title, copy the title, and go to Google Scholar to look for the paper. Google Scholar. Wait, I hope you can watch my screen, please. Hello, can you also my screen? I'm not getting a response from anyone since I'm not online. But if you
We
can
can
see my
see
screen, please can you
we can,
let me know?
we can see the screen.
All right, thank you very much. So once I go on to Google Scholar, all I need to do is just paste or type in the title of the paper and I do the search. Okay, good. This is the paper. It says active security by implementing intrusion detection and facial recognition. So you can save, you can cite, you can look at people that have cited, and you can see the two versions of the paper. So all I need to do is just click on cite. So it gives me the opportunity to cite in any format. Is it the MLA? Is it the APA, Chicago, Harvard, and the Vancouver? So we are using the APA format. I'll just click on it and copy. So I copied this already, and what I need to do is come over to the list column and I'll paste. So good. I already have my paper pasted. The reference format pasted in IEEE. So next is to determine the keywords. Okay, I'll be throwing this as a question. What are the keywords? Let me open the paper and we'll go through the abstract together. Oh, so what are the keywords that you can find? What are the keywords that you can find? So in a particular that
Detection,
we have
face, we have face detection, open CV, intruder, CCTV, and security.
thank you very much, Ramat. So we have detection, we have detection, we have intruder, we have open CV, we have security, and the last one is okay. Last one is 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, it's complete. No, it's not. Last one is intruder.
CCTV.
CCTV. I think it remains CCTV.
Yeah,
CCTV.
CCTV. CCTV. Yeah, thank you very much. So, the description of article title. The title says active security by implementing intrusion detection and facial recognition. If you want to describe the title in your own words, how would you describe that? So, yeah, anybody can turn off their mic to describe the title in their own words. Yeah, Awai Ibrahim,
Please,
can you
can you
turn
go
off?
to the
Okay, yeah, I'm there now. Can you see my screen?
yeah? So I would say curbing security with intrusion detection and facial recognition.
I didn't get that, please.
Okay, I said curbing security with intrusion detection and facial recognition application.
Curbing security with intrusion detection. Okay, intrusion detection and
Facial recognition.
facial recognition. All right, thank you very much.
I don't understand the question, sir. the description of article
Okay,
title. Can you please?
I said this article, this title of article.
Yes.
Ramat, can you unmute your mic? Can you
Yes,
unmute
sir.
your mic, please?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So, this is title of the article: Active Security by Implementing Intrusion Detection and Facial Recognition. So now, in description of article's title, we want to write the title in our own word without or let's say like want to paraphrase the title without plagiarism, but I mean without saying it the same way the author has named the article, just the way we understand the title of the article. So Ridwan said covering security with intrusion detection and facial recognition. Yes, is okay. The topic is on implementing like implementing intrusion detection and facial recognition for active security. Yeah. So you can also say like, so what I'm not saying now is that in your own words, can you come up with a sentence or how you want to explain, how you want to describe the title of the article?
Okay. Okay.
Can I come in, sir? Hello, sir.
So how would you describe the title of the article in your own words?
Um,
Yeah, you can.
intelligent, intelligent surveillance, intelligent surveillance with with intelligent surveillance with intrusion detection and facial recognition.
And what? And recognition.
And facial
Recognition.
recognition.
Okay. 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 Oh. So I want us to look into this discussion together, and I would love to hear your opinion. The title of the article says "Active Security by Implementing Intrusion Detection and Facial Recognition." So, Nasir, I understand what you say. What you said. You said intelligent surveillance with intrusion detection and facial recognition. So let's start from the word intelligent. Is anything intelligent mentioned in the title of the article?
Maybe with relative to act the word active.
Okay. Related to the word active, what active and intelligent are not synonymous, if you agree with me. Do you agree with me that active and intelligent are not synonymous?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. So let's move to the word surveillance. Okay, we can say surveillance and security, they are synonymous in some parts. So intelligent surveillance and active security, personally, they are not synonymous. So Ramat, Fatia, Awa, Ridwan, and you can also join in the discussion. Let's discuss it together. So what do you think about the description of the article title? Do you think it talks about the main title itself, active security? I know it's talking about intelligent surveillance. Do you think they correlate or they go in line with each other?
Yes, I think it correlates. But maybe it can be a little vague because surveillance can mean a variety of things, which can, of course, camera too is included. So when you say surveillance, it comprises a lot of things. You can use different things for surveillance, not necessarily camera or something. But I think with active security, intelligent surveillance.
Okay, so you agree with Muhammad
Yes,
Nasir's
yes,
description of title? All right,
yes.
thank you very much. So, Awa Ibrahim, you can also join the discussion, please. What do you think about the description of the article title?
Do, do you mean my own suggestion or my opinion about Mr. Nasir's description?
Your own opinions first, then I would love to hear your suggestions also.
Okay. Intelligent surveillance, passive security. I wouldn't say it's completely off because when you mention security, kind of have something to do with not like surveillance, but somehow since we are talking about computer surveillance and security are a little bit synonymous to me, I feel. Then the active intelligence, really, I wouldn't say it close, but yeah, that's my opinion. But
All right,
it makes sense really so.
all right. Thank you very much. So, if you want to describe the article title, so how would you have described it also? Do you get that?
I had you. I'm still trying to come up with
Uh,
something.
all right, all right, all right. There's no problem. So hopefully we should be able to fill template for 3 papers. Then I'll send those papers to the WhatsApp group. I'm very sorry for not sending it yesterday. So I'll send those papers to the WhatsApp group and the topics. Then we'll be expected to fill 5 papers also by ourselves before tomorrow. So I'll also share those papers that we'll be filling the template also on the group immediately after this meeting. So, Ramatala, you can also give a suggestion of the title of description of article. Ramatala, are you there?
Okay, sir. So I don't have a suggestion. Can continue.
Okay. So anyone else that wants to contribute before we move on? So is there anyone else that wants to contribute before we move
No
on?
one, sir.
Can go on, you can go on.
Let us know.
Okay, in the absence of none, I think we'll go on to our next paper. I would suggest we stop at description of article's title so that we'll be able to, because to talk on methodology, we would have to read at least the abstract and also the introduction and some parts of the paper to be able to come up with description of methodology. So to make it easier and faster for learning, I suggest we start in the description of article title. So I'll save that now. Let me copy this. Save as. Okay, so I'll be saving it there. Active security by preventing intentional official recognition. Review. Good. So I saved that already. So I think we should go on to our next paper out of the. So okay. So the second paper is I hope you can also see my screen please. Comparative analysis for a real-time face recognition system using Raspberry Pi. So I'll copy the I just copied the title. So in no particular order, can you tell us what you understand by comparative analysis for a real-time face recognition system using Raspberry Pi? Hello. Can you all hear me? Can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So I said comparative analysis for a real-time face recognition system using Raspberry Pi. So Ramata, like, what do you understand by that? By that, like, with the title. Nasir, Ridwan, Awa, anyone?
The question again, please, sir.
I said, what do you understand by the topic comparative analysis for a real-time face recognition system using Raspberry Pi?
Uh, I, Comparative actually means you are analyzing something, you are discussing the differences and the similarities, as well as features about something, about two things mainly.
Okay.
So I
So,
don't know. They mentioned real time face recognition system.
yeah. Okay.
So the second thing was not mentioned.
Okay, so I think what they did in the paper was to compare different approaches to face recognition system. That means they compare talking of papers that have done facial recognition system using Raspberry Pi and compare them and find out which one is better. Just basic analysis on the papers. That's what I did.
All right. Thank you very much. of us are not in the, I would like to say, let's say in the engineering technology line of study, so we might not really understand what Raspberry Pi means. Raspberry Pi is actually like a microcontroller, yeah. The real-time face recognition system. We should understand that, yeah. So let me copy the title, compare it. Wow, font is too big. Okay, comparative analysis for real-time face recognition system using Raspberry Pi. So I'll move on to the URL. I copy it, I go back, I I change it, yeah. So the date accessed is still 14/9/2022. Then to be able to cite this, actually IEEE is easier to cite IEEE and there's no need for you to be going to Google Scholar to go and cite. You can just click on cite and copy the citation, the reference. Sorry. Yeah. Then you paste. It's kind of good. Yeah. So you paste. Then what are the keywords? Let's go look for the keywords. What are the keywords? Keywords. Yeah. So these are the keywords. Handheld computers, conferences, instruments, roles, face recognition, histograms, principal component analysis. So I think I can just copy all that. And okay, I don't want it like that. I don't like the font, the color also, and the font size. Okay, so we have our keywords already. So description of article title. Now let's move on to description of article title. So our how would you describe the article title of this paper?
Mm, I will describe it as relative relative inspection for in real-time face recognition system. I don't really understand some terms here, like the Raspberry Pi. So
No
I'll just
problem.
use okay. So I'll say relative inspection of a real-time recognition system using Raspberry Pi.
Okay, can you repeat that again? Relative
Inspection.
inspection, inspection
I guess it doesn't really go.
of no to continue. No, I'm not okay because it's in red. No, that was a mistake. Okay, yeah, oh yeah, of a real time.
No, 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 I don't have a problem. Okay, so of a real time, what's there in the
Okay, let me go
remaining
back to the title.
topic? Yes, let's
Please.
see the real
Okay,
title. Okay, real time face recognition system using Raspberry Pi.
face recognition system using Raspberry Pi. All right. Thank you very much, Awa. So, personally, if I am to describe the article title, I would say the use of the adoption or the use of comparative analysis for real-time face recognition system using Raspberry Pi. So I'll say the use of comparative analysis for facial recognition using Raspberry Pi. So anyone else wants to contribute or describe the article in their own word? Okay, before I forget, the reason for describing article in your own words is to be able to avoid plagiarism. That's the most important thing. Secondly, if you don't understand the title or the title of the article, I don't think you will be able to even understand the paper. So once you are able to give a title to describe it in your own words, it will be easier for you to be able to also describe or to understand what the author is trying, sorry, the message is trying to pass across. So that's the two most important reasons for describing a paper. And also, when other people are, not everybody will describe the paper the same way. So other people are once another person or other people are referencing this same or using this same paper for their review, the way they talk about it and the way they describe it will be very much different or might be different from the tension. So anyone else wants to contribute to this description of the article title? So Nasir, do you have anything to contribute? Okay, all right. Fatih, you haven't said anything since you started this meeting. So can you come over and contribute also if you have anything to contribute?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I would say a detailed comparison for real-time facial recognition using Raspberry Pi.
Okay. You said detailed
Comparison for facial recognition.
comparison for
Okay. For real-time
facial
facial recognition using Raspberry Pi.
time facial recognition using Raspberry.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm back. Yeah, ads break in transmission. I hope you can see my slide, my screen now. You can see my screen now. All right, thank you very much. So
Yes.
I just typed out what Fatia said: detailed comparison for real-time facial recognition using Raspberry Pi. So does anyone else wants to contribute to the article title?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello. I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Um, I just want to understand one thing.
Okay.
This is process of like this is you are teaching us how to conduct a literature review, right?
Yes. We are guiding ourselves on how to fill
Okay, like
the template for
guidelines.
literature review.
Okay. So for the
Yes.
description, as we are discussing now, must the writer, I guess we are the writers, right?
Yes, we are the writers.
Okay. So must a writer change like you call it paraphrasing, since you don't want to like copy everything as it is in the topic, you just describe the topic in your own words. Is it
Exactly.
okay
Yes, that's correct.
is it okay to introduce other words, like when I mention relative inspection, you
Yes,
understand? Relative and inspection is not in the real title. Yeah, two words are new, like they are introduced in the. Okay. Hello.
yeah. Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying I mentioned relative inspection. Those are actually
Okay.
new words. In my own, I described the topic in my own words, like you mentioned. So is it
Yes.
okay to introduce words that are not existing in the actual title, in the description?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And the way you describe yours, like you just use the use of analysis and uh
Yeah, you are very correct. I actually noted that also because I didn't have, let's say, I could not use some other words as of now for
I don't have a problem
describing
with
the
that. I
article title.
just want to understand. Okay, maybe there is a guideline or there are rules you have to follow, or it's just okay to use what in your own language, how you understand the paraphrase.
Okay, the essence of description of article title is for you to be able to write down how you understand the title in your own language, in your own words.
Okay,
Yeah.
so no,
So
don't
in
really
is
have.
if you can, you don't really have, there is no specific rule
Okay,
that I know of, actually, that I know of.
okay.
Yeah.
But there are some words you can't change in the actual topic, I guess.
Yes, there are
Yeah.
some words you can't change. For example, now, if we are using recognition, if there's a word that can be synonymous or can be used for recognition, it's actually very, very possible for you to change it. But if like Raspberry Pi is like a gadget. It's called a microcontroller. You cannot
Oh,
change it
you can't.
because
Okay,
if you change it, it means you are talking outside the
okay,
article title on its own. Like you're just
okay.
going outside the article title. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So does anybody else wants to contribute to the article title? Description of article title. Okay, in the let me just save this. In the absence of none, I'll be sending this to the group right now using Raspberry Pi. Nice. So I'll be sending it to the group, and I'll also be sending 5 papers that we'll be reviewing, and we'll be forwarding our review templates, this literary review templates, back to the group once we have done that, so that we can see what we have done. Okay, so I'll be forwarding to the group right now. Active security and comparative analysis. So if you are not on a WhatsApp group, you can kindly drop your WhatsApp number so that it can be added to the group. And I think we'll have to stop here for today's meeting. If you have any question or clarification, you can kindly unmute your mic and ask questions. As well, you can also send it to the WhatsApp group. So I'll send the other 5 papers that everyone is expected to fill um, the literary review template for each paper. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Abdullah, for the wonderful presentation today. So my question is, oh, I discovered that you put the 2 papers on different Microsoft Word. So is there any advantage of putting them in the same file, since they are just tables, just create 2 tables on the same file, over creating them in 2 different Microsoft Words?
Okay, if answer your question, is just what I do personally. If you feel like you want to have everything in a document, that's fine. That's actually fine. You just need to put those topics one after the other. But I prefer putting everything one after the other. Okay, let me show you an example. I hope you can. Okay, I will share my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can
Yes,
see
we
it.
can now, sir.
Okay, so this is a folder for a pipeline project I'm working on. Let's look at this analysis of stray current monitoring data of Doang oil pipeline. So if I'm looking for the paper, I don't necessarily have to open all the documents that has all the reviews. I can easily, since this is a PDF that I downloaded, I can easily find where the review template is. Same also for linear wireless sensor network. This is the review template. Same also for earth remote sensing. This is the review template, and many other oil and gas pipeline and oil and gas pipeline. So it depends on what works best for you. If putting everything together will actually work better for you, then no problem, you can put everything in the document. But personally, I prefer having them separately for reference purposes. Thank you very much. I hope that answered your question, please.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this space. I've gotten your WhatsApp number, and I will be adding you to the group as soon as possible. So thank you very much, everybody, once again, and I'll forward the paper to the group, and we'll be expecting our submission before tomorrow's meeting. Thank you.